Buying a home can be scary. Luckily, I have my Mid-Hudson agent. Selling a home can be stressful. Fortunately, I have my Mid-Hudson agent. My Mid-Hudson agent covers Dutchess County and the surrounding area. Now, here is my Mid-Hudson real estate agent, Rick Schultz.
Welcome back. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'd like to share some tips, some tricks, and in this particular video, I'd like to take just a couple minutes to share 4 very important demands that you should make of your realtor. There are a lot of considerations that you make because there are a lot of different real estate agents to choose from. Here are 4 key ones to think about. Number 1, honesty. You have to keep in mind something, that your realtor works for you. You are ultimately in charge of the decision. A realtor's job is simply to give you the information that you need to make the best decision possible. And this includes being completely honest and transparent. Sometimes your agent may have to tell you things that you don't want to hear, such as, you need to fix up something in this house before we can put it on the market to get the best possible purchase price for you. That's something very important. If you're buying a home, the realtor might know something about the area, about the property itself, and it's their job, it's my job as a realtor to share that with you so you know everything possible to make the best decision that you can. Honesty is very important, and that should be the key thing. Without that, you should never move forward with a real estate agent. Number 2, communication. There's nothing worse than trying to make a decision on buying a home or selling a home and working through that process and not being able to get in touch with your agent. It's inconceivable to me how an agent can provide good service without getting back to you, just returning your phone calls. And these days it's so much easier because we have things like text messages, email, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, obviously phone calls. But with the new technological age, we can communicate all day long. And most of the people that I know, especially younger people, they communicate via the electronic methods. They're not calling each other. They're just sending texts. They're sending messages. And that is how people communicate and stay informed. So these are tools I use and tools successful real estate agents use to communicate, to keep you in the loop. And that is always very important because you need to know where the process is. And if it's 10 p.m. and you have a question, you should be able to get a quick answer. And that is the great thing about what we can do now in communicating. You should always have the information you need when you need it. The third thing that you really need to demand from your real estate agent is negotiation skills. Because keep in mind, everything is a negotiation. In this process of buying or selling a home, the entire thing is a negotiation. Whether you're talking about setting up times for an inspection, obviously the purchase price is really the big glamorous negotiation where agents haggle back and forth and meet in the middle. And that's what you see in TV. But there's a lot of things that go into it. And terms of a deal are very important for the buyer and for the seller. So you really need an agent that's going to negotiate all these little details on your behalf. And that is one key reason why the evidence shows homes that list with a realtor sell generally put the seller in a better position when they list with a realtor as opposed to when they do it on their own, because they have a professional that's going to do a lot of that negotiation. So you as a seller and you as a buyer certainly need someone to negotiate on your behalf. That's a huge part of what we do as realtors. And finally in this video, the 4th thing that I want to talk about, which is very, very important when you have to pick a real estate agent, is someone that will deal with you not only with honesty, but with no pressure. I've had the great experience over a number of years of walking through a lot of different houses well before I was ever in this industry as a realtor myself, and going to open houses. And I had a lot of opportunity to walk through open houses and see things from a home buyer's point of view. And there's nothing worse than that annoying realtor that'll follow you around. And if you've been to open houses, you know what I mean. That agent that follows you around and constantly has to tell you, did you see the fireplace? Did you see the granite countertops? This is a great school district. You would fit in perfectly here. That kind of pressure is not the environment you want to be in. You want a relaxed environment. So if you are a buyer, You want a chance to walk around and see what's important to you. If you have questions, that is what the realtor is there to do. That's when we can come into the picture and answer questions. If you want to know about the school district or about the taxes on a property or about some of the features of a home or the neighborhood, that is where we can add the value, but it's not to push it on a buyer. And as a seller, the same thing, because if I'm representing a seller, I want to make everyone as comfortable as possible, including prospective buyers. So I want you to come in, have a great look around the place, think about if it could be a fit for you. If not, that's fine. That's the decision you have to make. But I want someone who's going to be a good fit for a buyer and a seller. So no pressure is very, very important and something that you certainly should have when you pick a realtor. So those 4 things: honesty, communication, negotiating skills, and no pressure. Those are a starting point to picking a realtor. Hope this video has been helpful. Hope you stop by for the next one. Thanks for watching.